Let's get some folks in the room. Hello, hello. Oh, there's a few people showing up. Come on down. Welcome. Oh, here we go. All the crowds are coming in. Hi, Katya. Welcome, everybody. Please join me for this conversation. I'm taking it up to the next level. Two things. Hearts, up to 500, please. You can stroke them on the right-hand side of your screen. Second thing is, please share your followers, invite your friends, on Twitter, Facebook, etc. And wow, you guys are doing it. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. So as you're still coming in, I'll hold off on some of the content, but at least let me say who I am. Based upon my Periscope ID, you know my name is Barry Selby, because that's what it is. Hi, good to see you. It's daytime here because we're on the West Coast. It's interesting, I think we've had like 3 Americans on this one. Or I should say 3 American-based people, because I'm English. But all my British folks who are on the earlier one are probably going to bed now. So hopefully you're still up for this one. Thanks for the hearts, I love it. And inviting friends, also appreciate it. Thank you for you Nightbirds for joining me from Liverpool. I saw someone from Essex earlier too. Well, I'm not from Selby. My last name is Selby. I'm actually from Essex myself. Many moons ago, been here. So I am a relationship expert, #1 best-selling author, teacher, speaker, coach, passionate server of the women to have what they want in their love lives. And I'm known as a heartbreak repair specialist because that's what I do. So, on this topic, Leon C, I know that well. I used to drive down Southend in the A13. Anyway, that's way back. Okay, stay on topic. So, 3 keys to self-confidence and self-esteem. I'm going to play more on the self-esteem side. I am. Because I help women build their, basically, my work is helping women heal their hearts. That's why I'm the heartbreak repair specialist. I also am known as the love doctor, so my friends got their love where I come from and what I bring. And if you watch my scopes, you'll see that. So come watch my scope later on if you're still up, or watch it in the replay tomorrow morning for the UK folks. Because this one is your heartbreak repair specialist, keyword repair. I'm not specializing in breaking hearts. That was not my gift or my talent or my desire. So, I love it. Fun. Okay. Getting back on topic. 3 keys to self-confidence and self-esteem. I'm going to play more on the self-esteem side, but then spring back to self-confidence, so bear with me. Hey, good to see you here. So, first one, actually I'm going to use an acronym, because we did one that someone, it was, I remember it was the first one that started off the last scope, and I just blanked on the name, so bad, sorry about that. She started off by doing an acronym, so I'm doing one myself. And the acronym I'm using is SAM, as in Sam I Am. This will be easy to remember. So S-A-M. First one is Sam. Sorry, first one is S. Let me get my brain in gear. Okay, there we go. Yes. So S stands for service. And what I mean literally is to serve others. My work and my life has largely been about serving and making a difference. And serving others is where you get out of your own ego and your own doubts and your own worries more and more of the time, especially if you serve from your heart, because it pulls you out of your stuff to be able to make a difference to other people. And making another difference, not only is that valuable because it frees up your energy and you get more into I'm helping and making a difference, which boosts your own self-esteem muscles, you tend to get feedback from people who love you and appreciate what you do, which is kind of a double benefit. You don't do it for that, that's an added bonus. So please don't go serving to get something back, because that ain't serving anymore. That's selling, not the same thing. So service is a powerful tool to use to build your own self-confidence and your own self-esteem. In fact, speaking of that, because I think that's what Donna talked about in the last one, I had the opportunity to speak in front of 2,500 people quite a while ago. I wasn't prepared, but I was being pulled to serve. And I was actually doing a service role at the time in front of a big audience. This is right after September 11th. I was on the West Coast at the time. I'm from London, UK. But what happened was it expanded me because I really had no choice. To hold the space of that big an audience pushed me into a bigger space in myself, so my trust of myself grew automatically. That was a side effect because I was terrified going up on stage in front of 200,000 people, but I was there to serve. So again, first one is service. Serving others makes a huge difference in your own self-esteem, your own self-confidence. Okay, got that one? Okay, number 2, A, which is advisors. We have a bad habit of falling in with people who will not tell us the truth. And they also don't have our highest good in mind. They're often, I mean, this is where I used to play, I don't do it anymore, but I used to play in areas where it was kind of like you knock each other down to feel better yourselves. Nobody wins at that game. It's like, whoever's left is the one that's the highest off the ground. It isn't much. So choose your advisors. and I mean those people who are your friends, your peers, your teachers, your coaches, because that's what I do, to be the people that remind you of who you really are. Because the truth is, most of the time we forget, and I'll get to that one in the third one, but the truth is when we are choosing our advisors carefully, who are inspiring and supporting us, exactly, choose wisely, then you find people who are in your corner for you and tell you. For many of us, we didn't have somebody in our corner for years. It's so transformational and such a powerful and it's an awesome experience to have somebody who's got your back. Now, if you get that in a relationship, that's awesome. And in fact, when I coach with my clients, sorry, helicopter going by, so you might hear a distracting noise. Yeah, LAPD. Welcome to LA. Getting advice, yes. In fact, inside this group is a lot of good advisors. The Perry 10K, and I'll mention that in the back end, since I guess I'm the ending one on this one. I'll get to that shortly. Finding people, social media-wise, in your personal life, online, however you do that, whether it's in books, events, speakers, coaches, etc. Find the ones that have your self-interest in mind, not their agenda, your self-interest. Because when they are in there for you, your life is transformed. I talk about it in my book about how you have a cheerleader in a relationship where you and your partner are there to cheer each other on in your vision, your dreams, and your goals. That's hugely empowering for your self-confidence and your self-esteem when your own lover is in your corner. Because for many people, that isn't the relationship they've had. It's better, it's even better in your family, you were raised that way, but most of us didn't necessarily have that experience, so key. So, service number 1, that's S in Sam. A is the advisors, number 2. Number 3 is the M, mirrors. You read my book, thank you. By the way, it's on Amazon, so I can tell you in a minute at the back end if you want to find out more about that, or my website, and I'll tell you about my site in a moment. Let me get the third one out, which is M for mirror. And I mean this 2 ways. That is awesome. You have that, you're so far ahead of the game. That is so cool to know. Yes, having your hubby as your cheerleader. See, that's what I mean. Your self-esteem and self-confidence are being pushed up gently, easily, and gratefully by a man who loves you. You're so far ahead of the game. I love you. Open the app, ready to buy. Awesome. Yeah, 50 Ways to Love Your Love is the name of the book, and you can find it by my name in Amazon. So that's the pitch. And that's all I'm doing. I'm not pitching anymore because that's not what we're here for. 31 years. Awesome. I love this stuff. So, back to the mirror. For those of us who are not in loving relationships yet. The third principle, and there's 2 parts to this. First of all, we tend to look at other people and use them as mirrors for who we are. This is called projection. And it's usually not in our favor because we compare against people who are better than us. It's a challenge to be in this world and not look around and see someone usually who's better than us. If we are top of the hill and we're the best person in the area, it's rare that we actually feel that way, and usually it's an ego and actually, to be honest, it's an egoic position, and it's basically someone who is a narcissist who tends to go that way. So I'm talking about when you're in the world, you tend to look at people and go, they're so much better than them. Exactly, comparing. Yeah, this is a share-a-thon, not a compare-a-thon. Good point. But we do that. And when we do that, we tend to fail because we guarantee that we're looking at somebody up here and we're down here. We never get up to that level. So what I recommend is you look at the qualities in yourself that reflect in the person out there. Because the truth is, and this is one of the biggest spiritual principles you can get, and this is big stuff, so bear with me. So I'll say this slowly. Everything is a reflection of us. Everything. So if you see somebody out there who is so much better than you think you are, you're lying to yourself. You may not be in the position right now where you're not the same as them, but the truth is when you see someone out there in the world, anything you see in them, you can't see unless it's in you already. It may be latent, it may be asleep. Exactly. It's a reflection of who you are, and that's the most powerful place to come from. So that's the first thing. No, narcissists tend to think they're the best in the world, and they're like, I'm special and you're not. They push everybody else down. And if you're following a narcissist, you'll feel how painful it is. So no, I'm talking about people who are, people you respect, people you look up to, who are, again, can be coaches, celebrities, speakers, teachers, whatever they are, and you feel them as being someone that you think is better than you. Well, that's the illusion. Now, first of all, as mentioned in the previous scope, I think it was Marina said this in the previous one. I think she said about how, we look around and we're all one. We are not different. Just by the fact we were born, we're worthy. The fact we're here, we're deserving. So it's not about that. It's what we tell ourselves in here. This thing in here is our, excuse me? Okay, I'm not sure what that was about. In here is where we have this, exactly, no, dating a narcissist is a painful trip, and I actually have clients who've been through that. It's painful. So, yeah, I'll get back to them on the replay. Thank you for that. I appreciate it. Yes. Okay. So, the second piece of the mirror, because that's one part of the mirror. The second part of the mirror is using one. And what I mean is, for the self-esteem component, we are able to remind ourselves of who we are. So I'm going to give you a homework assignment right now. There you go, before you go to bed tonight, or this afternoon, depending where you are in the world. Look in the mirror and look in your own eyes and tell yourself, I love you. And say that up to 5 minutes out loud if you can do it, if you've got privacy especially. Say I love you to yourself in the mirror. Do that for 5 minutes a day. Do that 5 minutes in the morning, 5 minutes in the evening, and see what happens in about a week or two or a month. Keep doing it and see how your own inner self-support moves up. It shifts me. Exactly. And it's that way of doing it from a point of, and this is the key. Don't do it from the bragging like, I love me, like special. No. Before you do, tap into your heart. Open your eyes and look into the eyes so you see your own heart through your own eyes. This is metaphorical, I'm speaking, of course. But lean into this. And when you do that, you'll connect to a deeper place in yourself. And the eyes are the window to the soul, they say. Well, you're looking at your own soul in the mirror. Why not? And doing that and saying, I love you, can heal, can transform, and can inspire your heart, and inspire your beingness, and build your self-esteem back. Because you may have been told, well, the thing is about this, you're welcome, yeah, they've been told by other people that you weren't lovable, or great, or wonderful. Many of us have been through upbringings, and I come from England, so I know how the English unemotional experience in relationships and in family, that's where I came from, my dynamic. We didn't hear a lot of the praising and prizing and support. Men especially. Boys, we didn't get that, because boys usually are told to like, do better, you do great, you can do better than this, which is encouraging if there is encouragement versus you're wrong until you do it right, which is what I understand. Some of us come through that. And girls have the same thing as well when they're not as good as the boys were. So we've always had this, when I say we always have, we often come through a journey where we weren't told we were loved, appreciated, respected, and trusted. So do it for yourself. That's why I've given you the mirror homework. So, sorry, is that somebody else? Oh, all right, I'll go back and look at the review and block those trolls that aren't doing it right. So, good, I love that. See, I'm glad it could help you. So just to recap really quickly, 3 letters, SAM, as in Sam I am. Service to other people, apparently. If you want to get some coaching support, reach out to me. Otherwise, you may want to follow somebody else's scopes. And I'll get you on the replay if that's the case. First, S, SAM, service to others, make a difference. Second is advisors. Choose who you have that come back to you. Choose to support you. Well, if you want to get some help, reach out. If you want to keep complaining about it, there's only another choice. So I'm not going to do that. So yes, so Sam. So service to others. Advisors, choose carefully who you want to support you and who you appreciate. That's what I do for my clients. And third is the mirror. Both how you project on other people and see where they are to know that you have the same things inside yourself. And if you missed that, go back and watch the replay. And secondly, use a mirror to support yourself by looking in it and telling yourself the truth. The real truth, not what you think is the truth. All right? That's my 3. Now, any other questions, thoughts before I jump in? You're welcome. Quick reminder, this is part of the Perry 10K, which is a group, and if you want to put up the the link to if they want to join it, it's perry10k.com/join, I believe, if you want to join into the group. It's an awesome place to play, a lot of conscious people, community. Yes, you're welcome. Some of that's in my book and some of it's in my work and a lot of stuff. There you go, that's the link. This is the Share-a-thon, which happens twice a day. 1 p.m. Pacific time, 3 p.m. Pacific time. I thought I'd try the late one this time, because this is actually the topic I brought up into the group, and we already got it, so I love it. So, Katya, thanks for that. I appreciate it. And any other questions? Oh, by the way, thank you to those who've been before in the earlier summit, the earliest Share-a-thon summit. I'm on a seller summit right now, too. That's just another thing entirely. So any other Perry 10Kers who are watching this who want to jump in next and add more stuff to this? Anybody else? Or are you all just enjoying the satiation of what we said, the last 3 people? Yeah, Katya, you want to jump in and take over? You're inviting people. Why don't you just jump in and do one? And thanks for all the hearts. I appreciate that. Much appreciated. Okay, you're going to start fighting over who's going to go next? What's going on here? I love this. Oh, someone's going to go next. Awesome. That is Michaela. Is that you? All right. So thanks for all coming and watching me. I appreciate you being here. Follow me on Periscope, periscope.tv/barryselby. I'm out there. You can find my scopes. I'm going to do my other ones shortly after this one's over, to do my 2 scopes, my love scope and my Perry tips. I do 2 a day in addition to this. So come back and find me on Periscope and follow me. All right? Following Michaela? Michaela, I'm following you, so I'm waiting for you to pop up. So when you do, we'll switch over to follow her. And follow me too, thank you. I appreciate that, Katya. Off to Amazon. I love it. Yes, it's a fun book. It's supposed to, by the way, it's on Kindle as well if you like Kindle, although I don't recommend the formatting, it sucks. Just saying that. The physical book has formatting, which I like. So that's my personal preference. Since I designed my own book, I'm attached to the look of it. Okay, so Katya, you coming up anytime soon? She's probably setting up. So, by the way, a little Perry tip I did last week. Save your titles ahead of time in the Notes app on your phone so you can copy and paste them. It's much faster to launch your broadcast on Periscope if you're in a share-a-thon. That's a tip, by the way, to all the folks who are in the Perry 10K doing the share-a-thons. Put your title in your Notes app first. You just copy and paste it straight into your Periscope title before you broadcast. It saves you dropping out, coming in, typing something, making mistakes. It's like, forget it. So I pre-type my titles just to save that clunkiness. I hope that gives you a tip to work with. And I've got a bunch more Perry tips on my Catch.me account, and also you can find me live doing it later on today. So anything else? Any questions, any thoughts, any comments before Katya takes over? Yes, no? I think we're good. Thanks for the hearts. I'll just keep standing watching the hearts go by. It's kind of fun to watch and enjoy them. Yes, anybody? I haven't seen Katya post pop up yet. How do I personally deal with confidence? It's a step-by-step process. Yeah, I don't live on it like it's always there. I sometimes feel up and down. That's part of the Michaela's life. Okay, we'll switch across. We can talk about that later or offline, but bottom line, it's a day-by-day daily process. And it's also heart-based. Right, the numbers aren't dropping yet, so I'm guessing wait for Katya. She hasn't popped up yet, has she? Did I miss you? Ah! Someone invite. Oh, you're going to post it in a minute. I'll get the link. Thank you for watching. Appreciate you joining my scopes. And I'm not going to go off until I get... Is she live? Is that what you said there, Katya? I guess it already went. Who's here still? Is anybody still here? I think we're good. Katya's already on, so I'm going to drop out now and jump on onto Katya's one. So thank you for watching. I'll be on scope later on for my own scopes after this is over, so let's keep going on the share-a-thon, and I'll see you soon. Okay? Bye.